The law of diminishing returns, also referred to as the law of diminishing marginal returns, or the principle of diminishing marginal productivity, simply states that increases in one factor of production generate lower and lower additional returns, assuming that nothing changes when it comes to the other factors of production. Let's imagine Bill starts a small restaurant and only has one waiter. The food is tasty, the restaurant looks nice, but with only one waiter, customers are not happy with the long wait times and quite a few don't return. As a result, Bill's monthly profit is an unsatisfactory $4,000 and he decides to take action by hiring another waiter. Yes, he has to pay another person, but now his restaurant is actually efficient and profits go up because his revenue increase more than covers the salary of the waiter, with his monthly profit jumping to $6,000. Bill then decides to hire another waiter, and again, it works because his profit goes up, just not as dramatically as before. Still, it goes from $6,000 to $6,500. Bill likes the trend, so he hires yet another waiter, but this time, his profit actually goes down by $1,000, now sitting at $5,500. As can be seen, adding the fourth waiter was just not worth it because as of a certain point, too many waiters just end up being in the way of one another. That's pretty much it. To rebalance the equation, Bill would have to either let one of the waiters go or implement changes when it comes to other factors of production by, for example, getting a larger space. Contrary to what a lot of people mistakenly believe, poverty and inequality are not the same thing. Simply put, poverty describes a situation where a person doesn't have enough money to meet his basic needs, with the two main poverty types being 1. Absolute poverty, where we set a certain income level and say that those who earn less are considered poor no matter where they live. The World Bank has such a poverty limit, which was last updated back in October of 2015 and currently lies at $1.90 per day. 2. Relative poverty, which is location dependent and basically describes a state of not being able to afford your basic needs when it comes to your location. For example, someone earning $5 per day might afford the basics, including a place to live in many African countries, but not in Germany, so the relative poverty threshold is higher in Germany. In contrast, economic inequality refers to income, wealth, or anything else that is distributed unevenly. As an ultra-simplified example, we'll assume country A has 100,000 citizens, with 50,000 earning $1 per day and the other 50,000 earning $2 daily. In other words, 50% of country A's citizens live below the World Bank's poverty limit. What if next year something positive happens and the $1 per day citizens earn $2, whereas the $2 per day ones earn $10? As strange as it may seem, the two indicators tell the story in different ways because 1. Poverty has been completely eliminated now that everyone earns $2 daily or more, but 2. The income of half the citizens doubled, whereas for the other half, it's now 5 times higher. Therefore, there's currently more inequality than before despite everyone making more money. Simple enough?
The Wealth and Poverty of Nations is a thought-provoking book that delves into the historical reasons behind the economic disparities between countries. In this video, we will discuss 7 valuable lessons that can be learned from this insightful book. 1. The importance of institutions in shaping a nation's economic success. Institutions play a crucial role in shaping a nation's economic success, as they establish the rules and framework within which economic activities take place. Well-functioning institutions provide stability, enforce property rights, and promote competition, innovation, and investment. Countries with strong institutions tend to have higher levels of economic development and growth. On the other hand, weak or inefficient institutions can hinder economic progress and lead to corruption, cronyism, and uncertainty. The history and evolution of institutions in a nation can have a significant impact on its economic trajectory. Building and strengthening institutions requires political will, good governance, and a commitment to reform. Institutional reforms can lead to improvements in economic efficiency, productivity, and overall prosperity. It is important for policymakers to prioritize institutional development as a key driver of long-term economic growth. By fostering an institutional environment that is conducive to economic activity, nations can create the conditions for sustainable development and shared prosperity. 2. How culture can impact a country's economic development. Culture plays a significant role in a country's economic development as it shapes the values, beliefs, and behaviors of its people. Different cultures have different views on work ethic, entrepreneurship, and innovation, which can impact the overall productivity and efficiency of a nation. Cultural norms and traditions can either hinder or promote economic growth by influencing government policies and regulations. Social hierarchies and attitudes towards wealth accumulation can also affect a country's distribution of resources and opportunities. The level of trust and cooperation within a society can impact the success of businesses and the overall economy. In some cultures, risk-taking and individualism are encouraged, leading to greater economic growth and development. Educational systems and the value placed on learning can also impact a country's ability to compete in the global market. The influence of religion and ethics in shaping economic behavior is another important aspect to consider in understanding a country's economic development. Art, music, literature, and other cultural expressions can also play a role in attracting tourism and investment, thereby contributing to a country's economic growth. Overall, culture can have a profound impact on a country's economic development and success in the long run. 3. The role of geography in determining a nation's prosperity. The lesson of the role of geography in determining a nation's prosperity highlights the significant impact that natural resources and location can have on a country's economic success. Factors such as climate, access to waterways, and natural resources can greatly influence a nation's ability to develop and thrive. Countries located in fertile regions with access to trade routes tend to have greater economic opportunities. On the other hand, landlocked or resource-poor countries may struggle to achieve the same level of prosperity. Geographical factors can also affect a nation's vulnerability to natural disasters and external threats, further shaping its economic development. Understanding the role of geography in shaping a nation's prosperity can help policymakers make more informed decisions about resource allocation and economic development strategies. By taking into account the unique geographical characteristics of a country, leaders can better position their nation for long-term economic growth. Geography is not the sole determinant of a nation's prosperity, but it is an important factor that must be considered in the broader context of economic development. The interplay between geography, history, culture, and institutions all play a role in shaping a nation's wealth and poverty. Overall, the lesson underscores the complex relationship between geography and prosperity, emphasizing the need for a holistic approach to economic development. 4. The significance of technological innovation in driving economic growth. Technological innovation plays a crucial role in driving economic growth as it leads to increased productivity, efficiency, and competitiveness. The ability to develop and adopt new technologies allows nations to improve their overall standard of living and create new business opportunities. In The Wealth and Poverty of Nations, author David Landis highlights the importance of investing in research and development to stay ahead in the global economy. Innovation not only boosts economic growth but also helps to solve societal challenges and improve quality of life. Countries that prioritize technological advancement are better positioned to attract investment, create jobs, and sustain long-term prosperity. The rise of technology-driven industries has transformed economies around the world, leading to increased wealth and prosperity for those who embrace innovation. By fostering a culture of creativity and entrepreneurship, nations can harness the power of technological innovation to drive sustainable economic growth. In today's rapidly changing world, staying competitive requires a commitment to continuous learning, adaptation, and innovation in order to keep pace with evolving market demands. Embracing technological innovation is essential for nations seeking to secure their future prosperity and maintain a high standard of living for their citizens. 5. The impact of trade and globalization on a country's economy. Trade and globalization play a significant role in determining a country's economic prosperity. The degree of trade openness can have both positive and negative impacts on a nation's economy. Globalization has the potential to increase trade opportunities and boost economic growth. However, it can also lead to job displacement and income inequality within a country. The level of trade liberalization can affect a country's ability to compete in the global market. Developing countries often face challenges in integrating into the global economy due to lack of infrastructure and resources. Trade agreements and policies can shape the extent to which a country benefits from globalization. The impact of trade on a country's economy can vary depending on factors such as technological advancement and labor force skills. Governments play a crucial role in managing the effects of trade and globalization on their economy. Overall, understanding the implications of trade and globalization is essential for policymakers to make informed decisions for the benefit of their nation. 6. The effects of government policies on a nation's wealth. In The Wealth and Poverty of Nations, the lesson on the effects of government policies on a nation's wealth emphasizes the crucial role that government decisions play in shaping a country's economic prosperity. Government policies such as taxation, trade regulations, and investment incentives can either spur economic growth or hinder it. By examining how different countries have implemented various policies, the author highlights the impact that these decisions have had on their overall wealth. The lesson also underscores the importance of creating a favorable business environment through sound economic policies. Additionally, the book explores how government intervention can sometimes lead to unintended consequences, affecting the nation's wealth in the long run. Understanding the relationship between government policies and economic wealth is essential for policymakers and citizens alike. By learning from historical examples, countries can make informed decisions to promote sustainable economic development. The lesson on government policies serves as a cautionary tale for nations seeking to improve their wealth and standard of living. By analyzing the successes and failures of past policies, countries can better navigate the complexities of economic governance. Through thoughtful analysis and strategic planning, nations can work towards achieving lasting prosperity for their citizens. 7. The relevance of education and human capital in fostering economic progress. Education and human capital play a crucial role in driving economic progress, as they are the foundation for innovation and technological advancements. Investing in education and skills training can lead to a more productive workforce, which in turn can boost economic growth. Countries that prioritize education tend to have higher levels of income and a more competitive economy in the global market. Human capital, which includes knowledge, skills, and experiences, is an important factor in determining a country's level of economic development. Education also has the power to reduce poverty and inequality by providing individuals with opportunities for upward mobility. A well-educated population is better equipped to adapt to changes in the economy and take advantage of new opportunities for growth. Education not only benefits individuals in terms of higher earning potential, but it also strengthens the overall economy by increasing productivity and innovation. Governments must invest in education and human capital to ensure long-term sustainable economic development for their countries. The quality of education, as well as access to educational opportunities, are key factors in determining the success of a nation's economy. Overall, education is a powerful tool for fostering economic progress and improving the standard of living for people around the world. Thank you so much for joining me today on this journey through the pages of The Wealth and Poverty of Nations. I hope you found the lessons and insights on the book both engaging and informative. If you enjoyed the content and found it valuable, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more in-depth book lessons and insights. Until our next literary escapade, happy reading, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Take care and stay inspired.